Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into question number 1 of your assessment paper number 10 on volume. Alright, so let's take a look at the question. The question says that the perimeter of a cuboid, of the base of a cuboid is 40 cm. Now, what is a cuboid? Now, as you may know, a cube is actually how do I say? A cube will look like this. It's basically a square sides, right? This is a cube. Okay, and my drawing sucks, but it's supposed to be equal. Okay, however, a cuboid will be a bit longer. Okay, so it's gonna be made up of rectangles instead of just squares. So this is a little bit like what it's supposed to look like. Okay, fail. Alright, here, this is a cuboid. Okay, so this is a cuboid, and this is a cube. Now, it says that the perimeter of the base of a cuboid. So the perimeter of the base of a cuboid is actually referring to which one? This is the base of the cuboid, and this is the perimeter. Oops, sorry. And this is the perimeter. Correct or not? From here to here, from here to here. Fail. Here to here. Okay, so the red one is the perimeter of the base of the cuboid. Now, it then says that the ratio of its height, its length, and its width is 5:3:2. 5:3:2. So again, its length is height, length, and width. So height is 5, okay, length is 3, and width is 2. Correct? 5:3:2. Find the volume of the cuboid. Now, at the start, this might look absolutely ridiculous. Okay, but here's where things become very simple. Once you understand that the base of the cuboid, its perimeter is 40 cm, can't you see that it's actually made up of a few units? If this is 2 units, this side is also 2 units. If this is 3 units, this side is also 3 units. Which means that 40 cm is equals to how many units? 3 plus 3, which is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. It's 10 units. Okay, and with that we can tell what is 1 unit. So 1 unit is 40 divided by 10, which gives me what? 4, correct? Yep, 4 cm. Now, when you have this 1 unit is 4 cm, can you find what is the height, what is the length, and what is the breadth? Yes, you can. Okay, one of the common mistakes that people like to make here is they would just take 5 times 2 times 3, which is the height times the length times the breadth, and then they times 4. But when you times only one time, when you times 4 only once, what happens is you are missing 4 twice. Okay, I know this might sound a bit weird, but let me just show you the example. Okay, what most people would do, and this would be a negative example, a thing not to follow, is they will say, oh, 5 is the height, 2 is the length, and is base and width, and 3 is the height, is the bit length. Oh my god, I'm getting confused. This will give me length times breadth times height, will give me volume. So since 1 unit is 4 cm, I'll times 4 to find out what is the thing. So 5 times 2 gives me 10, times 3 gives me 30, times 4 gives me 120 cm squared, and that is the answer, they would say. But of course, this is wrong. Why? Because you never times 4 to each and every one of it. You see, if 5 times 4 is going to give you 20, 2 times 4 is going to give you 8, and 3 times 4 is going to give you 12. Now, if you take a look at the proper way to do this, you would do something like 5 units equals to 5 times 4, which gives me 20. 2 units is going to give me 4 times 2, which gives me 8. And finally, 3 units is going to give me 4 times 3, which gives me 12. Therefore, the volume is 20 times 8 times 12, which makes a lot of sense, right? Yes. So 20 times 8 is going to give me already 160. Okay? Oh, what's happening? Okay, wrong. 160. Therefore, it's definitely more than 120 already. So 160 times 12 is going to give you the actual answer, which is 1920 cm squared. So that is how we do this first question. So remember, you don't take the shortcut this way, okay? Always take the long way, because that always helps you in getting the correct answer. I know you guys love taking shortcuts, but that's not how you do it. So again, just to give you a recap of what volume is equals to length times breadth times height. Now, what is length times breadth? Length times breadth is actually called the base area. Okay, base, write this down, area. How do I find out one of the elements? That means how do I find out length, breadth, or height? For example, if I want to find height, I must take the volume divided by the base area, which is length times breadth. If I want to find the breadth, I'll take volume divided by the length times height. If I want to find the length, all I have to do is take volume divided by the other two, which is not taken up, which in this case is breadth times height. So it's a simple formula, but the one that you will always use is this one. Height is equal to volume divided by length times breadth, or also known as volume divided by base area. Alright, why am I doing this again? Because I want to tell you, or to remind you, which is remind you of the formula. And the quote brings me to the quote of the week, and the quote of the week is, if you really want to get it, you just have to repeat it. Repetition is the mother of skill. Repetition gives birth to skill. So in order for you to have skill, you have to repeat it over and over and over again. I know it gets boring, it gets a bit boring sometimes, but guess what? It gets into your head. Okay, so with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off, saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.